different from an ice rink. It's not maintained, obviously. It's very unpredictable. I call it an extreme sport, though most people don't see it as that. But it is honestly quite dangerous. You could fall in and die. My name is Angelina Huang. I am 20 years old and probably best known for my figure skating career. As a kid, my parents let me try every sport on the planet, and figure skating was just, it stuck. I absolutely loved it. The first group class I took was when I was 6 years old, and I've been skating ever since. So, started out as a very recreational skater, just had fun, went to skate with friends, just because I loved the feeling. And then when I was about 11 or 12, my coach in St. Louis, Missouri told me that you have some potential. Maybe you should consider like a professional career in skating.
Let's welcome our next competitor from St. Peter's Figure Skating Academy in St. Peter's, Missouri.
In 2015, I went to my very first nationals. I was at the juvenile level in U.S. figure skating. Ended up doing really well, ended up placing 5th. So from there, I was like, I think I can take this seriously. Why not continue my career and see how far it will go? In 2016, I made nationals for the second time, and that was when Team USA first reached out to me and started scouting me. As a kid, Team USA, that was my absolute dream. I was probably like 12 years old, and I had a fellow teammate who earned her Team USA jacket. I watched her put it on, and I said, that's what I want to do one day. I want to wear that Team USA jacket. And moving into novice year, so the next year, I had a very crazy season, but in the end, I ended up skating my heart out at nationals and then winning. So 2017 U.S. Novice Ladies National Champion.
Her total competition score is 108.18. This number puts her in first place.
It's crazy. It's been years and it still hasn't sunken in. But yeah, winning nationals ended up earning me a spot on Team USA. A month later, I got assigned my first assignment out to Oberstdorf, Germany.
From the United States of America, Angelina Huang.
Angelina is 15 years old, first junior Grand Prix season. She's born in O'Fallon, Missouri. She's coached by Damon Allen, choreographed by Tom Dixon and Katarina Lindgren.
Competed on Team USA for a couple seasons. And yeah, so I was really happy with the career I had, and I ended up retiring in 2021 due to a lot of factors, but in the final years of my competitive career, I didn't truly love the sport anymore. I kind of clung on to the sport because it was the only thing I knew, and I think I had an identity crisis is honestly what I had. I think I was so desperate to find that love for skating again that I just kept pushing and I kept training, and I just hoped one day I would truly find that passion again, and honestly I never did. It was a big part of my retirement because I didn't love it anymore, and definitely I love skating a lot more now. It's different. It is different. I think with wild ice skating I found a different side or a different sort of passion of skating, for skating. So I had never skated on wild ice until I came out to Madison, Wisconsin. That was after I retired, and I didn't actually plan on it. I went out to skate on Monona, and that was one of the best days I've ever had in skating, both in my career and on wild ice. I went out there probably around 1 p.m. thinking like, I'm gonna skate for 45 minutes. I ended up staying out there for 3.5 hours because it was just too good. That day, skating out on wild ice was the first time I truly felt love for the sport again. And I get a little emotional talking about it because I think I had been chasing that, or just trying to find my love for skating again for so many years, and then to be able to do that again, it was like pure magic. I try to stay involved in the sport as much as possible. Some days I'll have almost what you would call like a full training session. I'll go out and run through all of my jumps and then all of my spins and then some footwork, choreography, and just do everything that I basically know. Well, I've had these skates for years. I had these through the end of my competitive career. Haven't switched since. When you're on Team USA, you get sponsored, and John Wilson is the brand of skates or blades that I use, and they ended up carving my name or engraving my name into my blade. So it says Angelina Huang on the blade, which is pretty cool. In terms of indoor skating, I now choreograph for a lot of skaters in their programs. But that's in terms of indoor skating, and I'll probably continue to do that. But I definitely hope to expand my endeavors in wild ice. Wild ice skating is super fun. So I've done a lot of research on wild ice to begin with. I'm lucky here in Madison we have several lakes, so I can literally watch them every day and know when it's safe to skate. But doing a lot of research first, and then I most famously have a rock, which is about the size of your fist. You just toss it in the air, you watch it bounce, and you hope the ice doesn't crack. And over time you learn how to read that hit on the ice, and it's as simple as a rock. But no, it is quite dangerous. The sport is actually quite dangerous, but it's really fun. It is a whole different sport. Honestly, I think I'm just someone who loves what I do, happens to take videos of it, put it on the internet, and people seem to enjoy it.
Girls wanna have fun. If the man don't dance, he's done. Tell him move on, get the man gone. Now can I get a coke with my rum? 369 girls wanna drink wine. Tell the man not to waste your time. If the man broke, the man here jokes.
The coolest place I've ever skated was in an ice cave tucked in a glacier in the middle of Alaska. It was like negative 20 degrees outside, but skating in a glacier blue ice cave and having it all to myself was just absolutely insane. It was surreal. So I'm working with Insta360, which is a 360 action camera company. I work with them via social media. I create content for them, as well as I get to work with companies that not only appreciate the work that I'm doing, but also companies that respect me as like a creator and as a person. It's very cool. It's a perspective that no one ever actually gets to see, and I think it again shows skating in such a different light. Most people watch skating as a competitive sport, and the performances that are really tailored and trained and put out here with a purpose. I think when it comes to any wild ice figure skating video that I put out, it's unplanned. And so being able to produce any sort of video, especially drone videos, it's really neat. For me, like being able to fly a drone while I skate is actually not that difficult because my feet move and without me thinking about it. And so I get to focus on where the drone needs to be. I just watch on my little screen where I am, and skating is second nature to me. I just know exactly whatever pattern I want to create or whatever movement I want to display. And now I see skating as more almost as an art than as a sport. There are days that I'm so in my zone and I'm skating out on the lakes and somebody will just walk past and they'll just be like, hey, oh my gosh, like your skating is so good. And sometimes like that makes me really happy because I'm no longer doing the sport for them, which is what I spent my entire competitive career doing, was trying to impress people with my skating. But nowadays it's just for myself.